New benchmarks claim the display resolution of the possible Google Pixel XL2. Some odd new renders claim to belong to the Galaxy Note 8, but we doubt it. And Apple will soon make it easier for you to replace the broken display on your iPhone. I'm Jaime Rivera, and yeah, I know it's Saturday, but how about if we do the Friday video? This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today have to do with Oppo and its launch of the R11, R11 Plus. Our own Juan Bagnell is currently in Shenzhen at the event, and he had the opportunity to see the R11, everything it could do. It's got the latest and greatest Snapdragon mid-ranger chipset, and this is one thing that makes Oppo famous. The fact that the company is able to do the best with it. Their smartphones do look a lot like iPhones, but this one sports a dual camera module that also follows on the 7 Plus, with the idea that you don't really need the large one to get this dual camera capability. Let's see what we get whenever our review unit arrives. And speaking of dual cameras, the Honor 9 is right around the corner, and we've got some China Mobile leaks that show us, for example, the fact that it brings the Kirin 960 chipset, the fact that it brings 6 GB of RAM, which I think would be a first for this profile of Honor smartphones. And then again, it seems that it brings some sort of a 3D type glass that we can't wait to confirm. Other than that, this claims to be pretty much a great successor to the Honor 8. Let's see what we get. Now let's talk about Apple, as the company is working on making the need for you to replace your broken display easier. As of the end of this year, the company is going to be deploying 400 of its Horizon machines to different retail stores in 25 countries, with the idea that you no longer have to go into an Apple store to get your screen replaced. This is all great, as there is this new legislation that's forcing companies to give consumers the right to repair. And as it stands, even though the iPhone's screen replacement is easy, how about if Samsung follows ship for my broken Galaxy S8? And speaking of Samsung, some recent renders emerge of the possible Galaxy Note 8, and the only reason we're featuring them is because they look a lot like some previous dummy devices that emerged, where the dual cameras are vertical on the possible Galaxy Note 8. We don't think it's real. It looks really, really shady. We can't even confirm the source. But regardless, if this design were real, I would really like it. I don't know about you guys. Let us know in the comments. And finally, the very hot news today have to do with some recent benchmarks that have emerged of the possible Google Pixel XL2. The reason why they're hot is not necessarily because of the Snapdragon 835 or the 4 gigs of RAM, but because if you do the math on the display resolution, apparently this is a 17.5 by 9 display. And this is something that is great. Why? Because there weren't worse bezels in 2016 than the Google Pixel and Pixel XL. The fact that the company wants to work on bringing the taller aspect ratio could be great, mainly because the Pixel XL wasn't a small phone. But it leads me to the question of the day. Do you think that the Google Pixel should make the move to, 17.5 by 9 or whatever? In my case, I think that if I had to choose between that and the bezels, I would go for that. But leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Friends, you know the way it goes. If you want to get the news earlier before the video is filmed, follow us on Pocketnow.com and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you hopefully next week. I'll be traveling.